What's going on, y'all? It's J Small Reviews here, back at it again with another video. As you guys can see, as promised, this is the Swamp versus Chef Trez review, most recent app drop from URL, coming from their band Legacy event this past weekend. It's the first battle of any from this past weekend to drop, and that's because it is so good. I'm sure, when it went down, heard all the updates on Twitter. It's an amazing battle, and they don't even wait a day to turn around and drop it. Really efficient and productive. And shout out to both of these guys, top tier talents. One of them in Trez has been super utilized this year, and I think has made that for sure statement for top tier. Whether it's Twerk, whether it's Swamp, whether it's John the Don, probably would have beat Clips. Obviously, that battle didn't end up going down. But Trez has been working as an understatement. He's been one of the best battle rappers in the world this year. And you could say the same for Swamp last year. I think the only thing holding him back this year is schedule. He's won very clearly in the battles that he's battled. They're just not big-time battles, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to last year when he had career wins. The Nitty, in my opinion, he beat Tay-Rock, Shotgun Suge, Fonz, etc. So both of them are really at the prime that they can be, both extreme representatives of the South, probably the two best Southern battle rappers out right now. And the battle they had really met up to it. I've been asking for this one for a minute, as many have. Hunger versus Hunger, it just makes sense, and we're just going to start from the first round. So starting from the first round, it's on Swamp, and he starts kind of with an opener, going at the culture a little bit, right, about the culture not being down on battlers. They'd rather you sit, not go get some money. Talking to the fans a little bit, and then talking about his demands to URL, you know what I'm saying, what he'd like, not being on a big stage. And first of all, this battle should have been on a big event. I mean, I don't really think there's any question about that. I was campaigning for SM. I know it was kind of late when that opportunity came up, but whatever. It's not banned. It was amazing, but I do sympathize with what he's saying off rip in this battle. And he says, if I don't get my demands met, I'm going to a half moon, D&D. So the half moon clip, half moon, do not disturb on the phone. That was cool. I'm not meeting you upstairs, chef. God is. I like that. He is the rhyme pocket. I had that all white porcelain. Shoot your girl. She'll be drop dead gorgeous. So he's kind of hitting there. Using his cadence a little bit, playing with the tempo. I'll be quiet with a silencer, like screw this. I thought that was hard. You die, I get the dub. We both earned something. I thought that was dope too. So it's like a pretty solid round. And then he gets right to the end here of his first. The Julius Irvin, I had the rock cradle. That was fire, and leads up into I try to rob someone with an empty shotgun. I was pump faking. Crazy haymaker. I love that bar. And Swamp has many moments like that to come in this battle. He did right uphill, I can say that. And then Chef Trez goes in the first. He has a rebuttal. He tried to rebuttal the Julius Irving bar. I guess he thought it was Julius Randle, so he does a Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson shooter on the left side bar, which is actually a good bar, you know what I'm saying, Jalen Brunson, lefty, and Julius Randle. It's not the player, he said, though. Kind of a funny one to score because it's a good bar, but it's not a correct rebuttal in a sense. But from there, he pretty much just gets into his round. The least rebuttaling that he does in the battle. This is a cookbook. I got the recipe. I got the recipe for Page, or the recipe to Page. I thought that was fire. The Lower Marion bar was dope. The Grilled Onion bar was dope. That's the thing about Chef in this first, especially. I think he's hitting a little bit more consistent than Swamp. There's a little bit more on the punch count, like jabbing and always landing material, while I think Swamp's doing build up, boom, build up, boom. And then you have the Warrior scheme by Chef. I thought that was good and witty. Finally picks up a little here at the end, though. The handle with the wood attached, Tay Diggs. I thought that the Tay Diggs bar was super fire. And the 38 and his special Page, like a public figure, that was fire. So he starts picking up at the end, which for both of them, they're good first. They're really only like teasers of what's to come in the battle. But it really, in a weird way, we'll talk. It'll come back to this round, really how you call the battle. I do think it's a very debatable round because I think both of them were just solid. I gave it to Chef the first time I watched. I edged Swamp on my second watch. It is really that close. Where I flip-flop. But on my last watch, I'm always big on like those definitive bars. It's hard to leave people with creative moments. And with the silencer, screw this, the pump faking bar especially, I thought just edged Swamp the first round. So I had it Swamp 1-0 going into the second. So top of the second, back on Swamp, and this is where the battle picks up, or just is going to get to a whole other level. So he starts out with really a super comedic opener, super funny. I'm talking about Chef Trez's last battle versus Clone, the moon bar that he used. It was like, I got fronted. That was the first time I got mooned. It was nothing but crack. So obviously some drug talk, but Swamp breaks it down. He says, I get the concept, but I wasn't fucking with that. Your mindset, I don't know where the fuck it was at. So Swamp is hilarious. I think comedy is an underrated thing, which he's incorporating into his game more and more. Like a super funny opener, had the crowd dying for a minute. It's a good way to gain energy back. You know what I'm saying? People love to laugh. It's just how we are as humans. So uses that, then gets into the nasty, fucking a nasty bitch raw. It's finna be nothing but claps. Thought that was cool. Throw the chef in an air fryer. I'm trying to see him cook in a tight spot. I like that. I ain't never hung with, you never see me hang with Easy. I'm not with the bull. Thought that was clever, you know what I'm saying? It's where the wordplay of it is not like super complex or nothing, but it is kind of like a reference, you know what I'm saying? Like it's almost simple, but nobody has said it yet. That's the cool part about it. So I like that bar. I'm not with the bull. It's kind of funny even if you say it. The take it from here concept, I thought that was dope. I put my best foot forward like Leonidas. That was fire. That was a haymaker. So he's picking up. I went to Jackson State. And I was going prime time in Jackson State. Went to Atlanta, went prime time in Jackson State. You know what I'm saying? Coach Prime, when he was at Jackson State, thought that was fire. Uppercut and his chin opened up like a cash register. Jesus Christ, man. I love this second from Swamp. The chef gets a to-go plate, or I'm going noodles was fire. The bulldog on sand lot. So Swamp is like pen-wise, he's stepping it up this round. I know that's something that Swamp's not necessarily known for, the back-to-back punch. He's no more real talk lead-ups. But in this battle, you can clearly see, even if it's not elite, the writing is clearly on a back-to-back level, stepped up way more. Empty the tray. Might as well empty the tray. The chef is dead. So Swamp has a super heavy second, and then we get into Trez second. Jesus Christ, man. Trez starts. He is an easy trenches rebuttal for the not with the bull bar. He said, me and my squad all got 50s. You count it up. That's about Leonidas. That's about 300. So the 300 Leonidas rebuttal, crazy. So he's starting off with 2 of them off rip. He has a little chest bar. Pulling this, like he had said it like 4 or 5 chess pieces all in one bar. It was dope. The Hansley manual bar, fire. The hair show bar, fire. I gotta run through these bars because there's really just so many of them. The big blade through Swamp, it looked like an airboat, crazy. Probably his best bar. I don't know, might be his best bar of the round. I hit the Madden pull a Madden no huddle and hit the repass. You know, you do the hurry up, pressing Y and Madden and the that was crazy. The awkward, I'll make it awkward for Marion, like a prenup. It's Chef Trez was cooking. So after Swamp has a crazy round, Chef is wilding. The ratchet body him. I repeated it in case he forgot. We all know that Swamp lost to KCJ crazy. That was fire. The public defender bar, that was fire. He's angle punching too. The attorney will be his downfall, like a public defender. Talk about the JC, you know what I'm saying, the attorney. Clearly, I mean, respectfully, with a great Swamp round. Chef Trez has won this round, and I'm not done. The Soul Sisters bar was crazy. You lost to Saga. That's one man. What made you think you'd survive a pair of Christians? Referring to Rox Dior bar. Bend the corner on Page. Told him, save my spot. I know I'm just naming bars, but that is just how elite Chef Trez's second is. Great second from Swamp, but Trez with a monster round clearly took the second. So I did have it 1-1 going into the third. I do think the first is debatable, right? So there's some people that the Chef Trez won the second. Great second from Swamp. But I mean, what a masterful second from Trez. So Trez clearly takes the second, and the first is debatable. So depending on how you edge it, you can have the battle over already. You could not. But starting the third, I had it 1-1. It was back on Swamp. Going in different dimensions in my mind, like I'm on shrooms. I thought like I'm shroomed up. I thought that was dope, you know what I'm saying? Cool little opener, a little bit of imagery. And then this round is just pretty much for the most part drug talk from Swamp. This is a drug talk round. And it is not only one of the best rounds I've heard this year, but it's one of the best rounds of Swamp's career, in my opinion. I was serving water till my hands pruned up. I thought that was fire. I told my mom I'm going to go in the trap and give it everything I got, like Shannon Sharp. You know, Shannon Sharp just did the interview coming off at the end of the Skip Bayless, you know what I'm saying, on Fox. I gave it everything that I got. That was fire. And then he has this long lead up, you know what I'm saying? Talk about baby mama stressing me. I'm talking about I don't got time for this. I was a juvenile recreating classics at a tiny desk. Juvenile obviously just had his Tiny Desk concert, but that was crazy. It's really the way he delivered it. When Swamp gets in that real talk bag, he's just got so much like emotion. You know what I'm saying? The way that he delivers it, it reminds me in the way maybe a Calico even delivers it. It's believability. It's just no other way to put it. It's like the type of raps where you could see that he cares this whole battle, but you can really see like in the delivery and the content, he's really like giving what he thinks is his best shit in this round. I had them packages with all the stamps and colors on the outside, but all white on the inside, like Ethica draws. That was crazy. So he's landed 2 bombs. Both of these land as bombs. He is the whole breakdown of, you know what I'm saying, people coming to get perks. On Monday, I say I don't got them. On Tuesday, I got the taco deal. He's breaking that all down. He said, it's crazy how I got all this ice, but I have no chill. I can eyeball the weight, but if you make me turn on the scale and measure and prove you wrong, I will charge you extra. Third haymaker. So he's got 3 of them like bombs this round. And it just goes to show, man, he did it versus, I thought Nitty was a good example of it. I believe it's his 2nd and 3rd round versus Nitty where he really gets into the trap talk. Does it versus Twerk. I mean, this is where he succeeds at his, the Swamp at his best, you know? And then I don't got no friends and shit. I've been alone so long, I ain't even realized the pandemic hit. Crazy. And that's how you just feel when it's stacking up like that, one better than the other over and over. That's how you just know it's becoming a career round. I've been selling since LimeWire. Sold me a bad deal on an AR. That shit was literally a ripoff. That was crazy. The combined 3 different weeds to make a pound. Trez ain't the only one to make a bowl from scratch. So Swamp was wildin' in this 3rd round. Incredible 3rd round. Like I said, 2nd better than the 1st, 3rd better than the 2nd. And Trez goes 3 of them things. He rebuttals the Shrooms bar, the Ethica bar, and the Charge You Extra bar. I'm going to make you buy your work back. All of them hit crazy. And this is when you know it's getting a special battle type of territory. Now we're at the bottom of the 3rd. After maybe the best round of the battle, Trez hits 3 of them things for the first time in the battle. The Steve Francis 3 in Houston, Steve Francis, crazy. The Kevin Porter bar was also crazy. Haymaker coming up. It's about 112, Verb's record on the app. Verb giving Swamp issues, giving him hell. Talk about he 112 for you. That should be peaches and cream. Jesus, man. These 2 was rapping stupid. Names all the components to a Swamp and says that should be easy for Swamp. Kind of a little scheme there. And then the 2, you can get a 10-piece. They in Martinis. Obviously, the Wings at the Martinis venue. For those that are seeing the battle, those are like known. Like the venue that they were rapping at, that's known for being good there. And he says you can get a 10-piece from Martinis, but this 2-piece wing gonna last you forever. That was, I think he said just 2-piece, but he's talking about giving them wings. That was crazy. Blade in them, then swipe down on page. I'm trying to refresh them. Crazy. I mean, that's all you hear me say in this video is crazy because the content is that good. The little Mav scheme, and then the law of attraction bar to end. Chef has an incredible 3rd of his own. I don't know if I'd say it's better than his 2nd. I'd say it's maybe a click under his 2nd. But it really is that elite. And Chef gives you, as he's given you all year, 3 completely complete rounds, you know what I'm saying, with elite peaks within that. And as for Swamp, wrote uphill when it comes down to this 3rd round. While I do love Chef Trez's 3rd, you can hear by the way I talked about Swamp's 3rd, I just think that it was hitting on a different level content-wise. At the end of the day, we all know when someone gets into a real talk bag, especially a drug talk bag real well, it's going to be one of the more effective things hitting in battle rap, especially in this current climate. I feel like that's getting over. We saw Geechee, one of the best performances of the year. A lot of drug talk in there, right? His 2nd round was fantastic. The French tip shit, right? And then you look at Easy's rise up. He's been using that. So I think there's just trends in battle rap. And right now, people are love when you are talking to them. I think that's going over well. And it just goes to show how much of an elite talent Swamp is when he is in that bag. And for me, pretty comfortably gave him the 3rd, even with a great Chef Trez 3rd. I see some people saying it might be debatable. I just think Swamp's 3rd is so special that even if I feel like he won narrowly, I have to give it the prop. So I did end up giving Swamp this battle 1st and 3rd. 1st edge, 3rd kind of clear. Chef Trez, I gave the 2nd clear. You could debate the 1st. Like I said, even if I don't feel that way, some people are talking about the 3rd a little bit. And Swamp's 2nd is great too. And it makes you think when you start saying all that, every part of the battle is good. Does the C word come out? Do people say classic? I think it has to age to that, but it is one of those battles that when I've already watched it twice, I'm like, man, this is special. If whether it is whatever we want to title it, categorize it as, it really is special. For me, it is easily one of the best battles of this year. I know there's a lot of, we're going to hear a lot of Battle of the Year contender. Battle of the Year, Battle of the Year. You hear it's going to be 87 Battle of the Year contenders by the end of December. But this one, for real, there's a real argument this might be the best battle of 2023. So it definitely deserves the title it's about to be given, the praise it's about to be given. I got Swamp 2-1, but if you got Chef Trez 2-1, listen, no problem with it. It's an amazing look for both battlers. Stock rise, people have been asking for this battle. I know I've been asking. 3 Letterman, shout out 3, has always been asking. Black, always in the executive suite, shout out Black. Talk it. He's, you know what I'm saying? I've heard him say it's a good battle. And obviously, then you see it in motion. It's fantastic. So we love to see when the fans are asking for something, they make it go down and then the results are good. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason people ask for these battles. But it's been J Smo Reviews again, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know who you thought won Chef Trez and Swamp. I'm going to catch you on the next one, man. Peace.